Today we're watching the world's cheapest product versus the most expensive. Does price really matter?
That's cheap, that's expensive. Knee pads.
Knee pad. Dang, that knee pad didn't work. The other one worked so well.
One. Very cool.
So price does matter. It's a hair straightener. Whoa, the cheap one toasted up. So I guess if you use the cheap one, you'll damage your hair. Oh, shaving foam. Ooh. The expensive diaper wins. Oh, we got cheap tape versus expensive tape. The cheap loses. Whoa. We already know that's the expensive side right there. They cut through the fruit like Fruit Ninja. Super glue. Cheap. The expensive super glue. High quality. Yep. Doesn't fall. Okay. I can see why you need to sometimes spend more money because it works better. Wait, hold up. The cheap one works better than the expensive one. I take it back. Sometimes it depends on the product. Because you can find some good cheap products that works better than the expensive one. You just got to do your research. Hold up, look at the price range, guys. $88 versus $748. Get the cheap one. Ooh. Cheap makeup takes longer to cover it up, but the expensive one stays. Oh yeah, you can see a big difference in makeup. Wait, the expensive makeup comes off easily, but the cheap one stains your lips? Cheap versus expensive. Ooh, that expensive one nailed it through. Oh, eyeline curler. They work the same. I see.
That's cheap, that's expensive frying pans. Starting with the heat distribution test, we can see expensive is a lot more even.
Ooh.
Moving on to our stick test, they perform about as well as each other. We can see in our self-defense test, expensive hits a lot harder. And finally on our fried egg taste test, expensive just overall was cooked better, so had a slightly better
Really?
flavor.
Wait, so a more expensive frying pan makes your food taste better? Count me in!
Mystery product challenge. Cheap versus expensive.
Oh, so does soccer shoes really matter? Or is it all about the footwork skills? Oh, a $5 ball. Hey, a ball is a ball. Give me them balls. Wait, it matters? Oh, they're fake? I mean, it still works. Wow, he likes it. That's a lint roller. I use that to get off hair, like dog fur. It looks like the expensive one is doing a better job. Oh yeah. The expensive one's gonna absorb more liquid. Look at that. Ooh!
सस्ते और फेमस मोमोज वर्सेस महंगे और फेमस देखते हैं कौन से बेटर है। डोलमा आंटी के मोमोज ट्राई करने आ गए हैं लाजपत नगर। तो हमने लिए स्टीम चिकन और तंदूरी पनीर मोमोज।
We got some street food.
By the way, steam chicken were okay.
Is that like dumplings?
Tandoori paneer were also okay.
Oh, that looks kind of good. I'm hungry right now.
Next हम गए molecule.
And now this is the expensive place.
सोने जैसी कटलरी देख के मैं समझ गई थी आज वॉलेट को बहुत।
Whoa, that bill is kind of crazy. They got some dumplings.
यार अपने दिल पे पत्थर रख के मैं ये कहना चाहूंगी कि पहली
That looks high class.
मोमोज चैलेंज में एक्सपेंसिव जीता होगा। एंड इस चोर को तो देखो।
Hey, he's paying for it, girl.
Let's test cheap, that's expensive shin pads.
Ooh. It broke the glass on the cheap side.
Expensive one. Very cool. Let's test cheap versus expensive breakfast cereals. Starting with the
Ooh.
sogginess test, we can see that expensive gets less soggy over time. And we can also confirm expensive is a chocolate cereal. On our dry crunch test, this time cheap does much better. Most importantly, on our midnight snack run test, they're about as loud as each other. And finally on our taste test, expensive has a nicer overall flavor. So expensive wins. Very cool.
Oh yeah, I'm always gonna be eating the expensive cereal.
This is the cheapest night vision on the
Oh,
market.
the
It cost
cheapest
me
night vision.
$60, and this is
Hey.
a $170 night vision, still a very cheap one. Versus this $40,000.
$40,000?
military price.
Uh-uh.
Let's see how much of a difference between these there is.
That is
So
insane. Where you
here's
got the money for
$60
that?
one. Bro has to remind me it's a night vision. It is all cheap plastic and feels
Has to
very light.
remind
And
me.
oh, what the? Okay, let's turn it on. Oh, a very warm welcome.
Ooh.
Let's test it in a dark room. Flick on the infrared light, and you couldn't really see. I don't feel so good.
It's all
sucks at
gray.
3x zoom, and the latency
I thought
is
night
insane.
vision, you're supposed
The
to see
$60
green.
price tag is accurate. It's about that good. Anyway, this is the $170 night vision monocular, which is actually heavier than
$170?
expected, and the material is quite sturdy. Oh, okay, a much wider field of view. I believe this is 1x.
Oh, you can
lens.
see
It also
more.
performs pretty well in the dark light. Look at this, very clear. Yeah, this is
Ooh.
pretty impressive as an affordable NVG. I mean, something is better than nothing. I'll take that. Last but not least, the world's most expensive $40,000
If I got that,
military
I could
grade
spy on
GP NVG.
anybody. Wait, it never showed how it looked like. Oh, there's better grip on the expensive one. Cheap has better ventilation. Oh yeah, I'm going with the expensive shoe. It's more comfort. Comfort always wins. What the heck? A Louis Vuitton ball for 4,000? Dang, he's accurate with it though. Straight up. Okay. Oh, hold up. He's better with the footwork on the cheap ball. Wait, the cheap one might be winning. So expensive balls really don't matter.
That says cheap versus expensive Bluetooth earbuds. Starting with our ear hole
What?
test, they perform pretty equally. Moving on to our Skrillex sound
I got the
test, this
AirPod
time
Pros
expensive does better.
and a
But on a
cheap
Bluetooth distance
wireless
test, cheap seems to go
Bluetooth
further.
earphone.
And finally, this is a test of the microphone, both on our cheap and expensive earbuds.
They sound the
Factory price is
same.
a draw.
Wait, to me, I think the cheap wins. Better range and microphone sounds the same.
This is a work of art.
Ooh.
This is bullshit. This
What?
is a work of art.
You right.
Is bullshit. This
What do you
is
mean?
a work of art.
Yeah, she pretty.
This is bullshit.
She still looks pretty too. Both girls are pretty. She's just hating. Whoa. I don't really wear watches. The only watch I would get is probably like an Apple Watch. Like a smartwatch. Because these are just, you know, to tell the time of how much money you wasted on your wrist. Oh my gosh. I'm never getting these.
That says cheap
Ooh.
versus expensive bubblegum. Starting with an accidental clothes damage test, we can see that cheap does better.
Ugh.
Moving on to our teeth cleaning test, and it's a pretty equal performance. Expensive wins on a bubble size test, and it's another draw on our flavor lasting test. And finally, we can see that cheap has a louder smacking sound.
Yeah, I'm getting myself some expensive bubble gum. Protective helmet? Oh. Safety first. Always gotta go with the expensive safety. Wait a minute. The expensive one can hold more weight before it rips. Oh, we got 2 oranges. Foundation on the orange. It looks like the expensive one covers more. Wait, tape on the hairy legs? The expensive one got more hair. Vacuum cleaner. Ooh. They work pretty much the same, but the expensive one goes faster. Oh, yep. Sunscreen. Wow, that's an evenly distribute. Oh, the expensive one does protect your skin from sunburn.
Let's test cheap versus expensive. Insert knee pads. Expensive one.
Expensive
Very cool.
wins. Bamboo keyboard, it broke already?
Versus a $1,000.
That is not a $1,000 gaming keyboard.
My God, this thing is heavy. Let me know which
I mean, it sounds nice though. Not bad, not bad. I've never used a wooden keyboard. Sounds like ASMR. Dang, the expensive one sounds nice on the ears. Oh yeah, I could listen to that all day. Expensive wins.
Let's test cheap
Ooh.
versus expensive gold rings. Starting over the magnetic test, we can see that expensive doesn't pick up. Moving on to our water drop test, and expensive is a fair bit more dense. And finally, when you run our expensive one through makeup, we can see it leaves behind this black line. Based on
Always get
intrinsic
expensive
value,
jewelry.
expensive wins.
Always.
Very cool.
Otherwise, your girl is never gonna love you if you give her cheap jewelry.
Let's compare cheap cologne, a medium price cologne, and an expensive cologne.
All right,
But first,
cheap cologne
we use
versus
lotion.
medium price cologne and the most
You always gotta
expensive.
Make sure that throat is limitless.
Lotion.
You
You already
apply
know that's my
the
favorite
scent, it
thing.
really soaks in.
Lotion it up.
First
Ooh.
up here, coming in at $40, we got Ralph Lauren blue. Let's go spray down.
Ooh, Polo cologne.
Straight off the bat, got some lavender. Tea leaves, and I want to say burnt cedar, not just regular cedar. Overall, really good pickup here. Next up here, coming in at 110 bucks, we got CPR.
Smells good.
Yeah, really just a fresh fragrance. That's how you can sum this up. Kind of.
So price does matter for cologne.
Coming in here at last.
Ooh.
250.
250?
The best fragrance ever made by Ralph Lauren itself. Polo red. And let me just tell y'all, this stuff works. I was walking through Walmart the other day, and I'm not lying right now. This is 100% true. I was walking through Walmart, and I literally looked behind me.
He was walking through Walmart and he rizzed somebody up with some cologne.
After me.
Dang, so you really can get unspoken rizz with cologne. Well, I hope you guys liked this video, and thanks for watching.